Good morning, guys. Welcome to another devotional. This is Illy,
Hi.
and my name is Isaac. So I just wanted to share something based on the story of Joseph. So some of us may know the story, but Joseph, just a summary. His brothers, he was part of a family with lots of brothers, and the brothers ended up selling him as a slave, and then he ended up in Egypt in Pharaoh's as a servant, and then ended up in prison, and then from prison went up to ruling the entire nation. And there's a whole story of Joseph and how that all plays out. But Joseph, so he was in the prison, and in very uncomfortable circumstances, but was able to bring kingdom in that circumstance, because he interpreted a dream, and he ended up being in charge of the prison, and then end up doing the same for the entire nation. He was able to plan for the entire nation, so that they could, when during the 7 years of famine, they would have enough food to survive and carry on. But what I wanted to share is so much that often when we're in uncomfortable circumstances, we kind of have this perspective of, oh God, please help us through this, to get through this circumstance, and which is still relevant. But sometimes God uses that for us to bring kingdom in that circumstances. So more than just getting through it, but to actually lift our perspective and say, okay, cool, God, help us to bring kingdom here, and to bring your rule and your reign in this area. And that, so Joseph was able to do that. He was able to bring kingdom in a radical way that it led him to ruling the entire nation. And again, was able to bring kingdom to the entire nation. And so, I think sometimes we got to just lift our perspective and realize that God, as sons and daughters of God, who walks in authority, walks in capacity, even though we might not always feel that or experience that, but to walk in faith and to realize, but God has given us authority, given us capacity, and to walk in our circumstances, not as people trying to survive through it, but as people bringing kingdom, bringing authority, bringing rule and order in our circumstances. So I wanted to encourage you, whether you're in a prison circumstance, or whether you're someone who's busy, who owns a company, or you're busy climbing the corporate ladder, whatever, trust God for a perspective of bringing kingdom into every area that you're at. And not just survival mode, but kingdom mode.
Yeah, sure. That's really good. We just really trust in God that no matter what circumstance you're in, that there would just be breakthrough, and that I think in every circumstance that we find God.
Cheers, have a good day.
Cool. Bye.
Bye.